That's good. We are live. Welcome, welcome. I am Wisdom Seeker Joan, and I am delighted to have my friend JunoSphere here today. Hi, Juno. How are you doing today?
Hey everybody, I'm doing great. I got to tell you, this is crazy. Right before we came on, I was asking Joan if she knew about the cat balls, the things that light up the cat toys.
And I
And
told her
right
that
when we went
Starfish
to go
told me about
live,
them.
yeah, right when it went to go live, it started going off and it hasn't stopped. And it's on a whole different table than I can't even touch it. I'm not even close. So that was pretty cool. Spirit's here with us already. I'm
Hey,
doing
there's
good and thanks
Starfish
for
and
inviting me. Sorry.
and Joyful Journey. Just for in case anybody doesn't know what cat balls are, including people who might watch this later, why don't you tell us what they are?
They're just a little. I don't want to touch that one. I don't want to move it because it's kind of in its
That's just
place.
fine.
There's just those little round, cat balls that are clear and they've got lights in them that you turn on it when when you touch it or if it rolls across the floor, it lights up and the cat wants to play with it. And Starfish told me that Marianne from Revealing Light Tarot was talking about using them and when spirit was present, sometimes it would light up the cat balls. So I know it's such a weird cat balls,
But
cat
it's
balls, cat balls. But why
literally
do you keep
it's
saying
not
it?
supposed to be a divination thing. It was just like a cat toy.
Yeah,
And she found out that it's sensitive to more than just being rolled across the floor.
yeah. And yesterday, when
That's
I started working on I'm making all these short videos, and I'm doing a whole bunch for Halloween. And I just started working on the one for skeletons, and it started going off again. And now it's going. I just said skeletons, and it went off. I'm not kidding you, Joan. I'm
and you
tripping.
were telling me that story backstage, and just as you were, Starfish wrote, "I see those skeleton figures." So skeletons are in the
Oh, yeah.
are in the ether somehow. It's kind of getting toward that Halloweeny season.
That seriously
Anyhow,
went off. That is
it's
just so
just
weird.
it's so cool. Welcome, Joyful Journey, and T Barb, who knows all about cat balls, and Jessica Lynn and Amanda Carroll,
Do
Brenda
we have to
T.
give a disclaimer, Joan?
Yeah, no, we're not getting any kind of advertising money or anything
And it's not
for
cat
cat
porn.
balls.
It's not feline porn or anything. They're talking about
No.
cat balls.
And Ellen R., thanks for coming. Lori Hunsiker and Teresa Darian. Oh, I'm just delighted that you're all here. I've had a good day. I went and took my sister-in-law, who I do some caring for. This was a good example of not worrying ahead of time. Because, okay, so do as I say, not as I did. I told my sister-in-law that today was going to be a nice day and I was going to load the wheelchair up in the back of my car and we were going to go take a ride and I was going to push her all around this big park area. And then last night I thought, oh, I'm going on a hiking trip in a couple of days. And sometimes when I lift that wheelchair into the trunk, it kind of puts my back out.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, eh, I don't want to disappoint her by saying, oh, let's postpone this. Won't mind if I kind of hurt it some other time, but not before this big hiking trip. So I, lost sleep over it. I went there today and I said, I have to be straight with you. I don't know if I can do this today because of the reasons I just described. And she said, oh, good, because I don't think I want to do that anyhow. Let's just go for a drive and maybe I'll buy you lunch. And so we went for this beautiful drive and the trees are turning and we went to lunch in a place where I really didn't want to go in. It was some bar and I thought, oh, it's a gorgeous day. I don't want to go into some bar that she said, well, they serve food. But here in the back of this area, they had a little patio that was next to a brook with a little waterfall. And so it was just this, and it was, if I took her around the side, I could, with her walker, then there weren't any steps for her. So it all just worked out perfectly. So anyhow, the long story or the short lesson of that is don't worry, just be honest with people. And sometimes things work out better than you can imagine. So anyhow,
Well, yeah. And if nothing else, and the thing is when you say what you got to say, do it without any hooks in it that
yes.
create karma. No blame, no manipulation. Like, well, if I say this, then I know I'll get, maybe I'll get that kind of a response elicited from them.
Yeah.
And it's a challenge to really select your words wisely when you're dealing with something like that. But and see how well it worked out. It's just like how many times when we're doing a reading and you think, oh, that's a weird thing for me to say, but you say it and then it was just the right thing. So just kind of the same principle in a way.
Yes, indeed. Yes, best laid plans are always subject to change. Very true, Amanda Carroll.
Yeah.
And Akila B24, thank you for being here. Oh, and Joyful Journey said we moved. Okay. This is our conversation. Now, please put your questions, if you'd like, in the chat, and we'll get to them. We're taking questions about messages from angels, spirit guides, departed loved ones, pets, general readings, that kind of thing. Just not medical or too much financial stuff, legal, those types of things, because this is all for entertainment purposes only. So Juno, are you still there? I think you may have stepped away for a second. But what else is going on?
I just had to rearrange the dogs because I'm telling you.
Yep, that's
I had
just
it all
fine.
taken care of, and then she thwarted my boundary, and she's a good girl, but she walks around and all I can hear is her nails on the floor.
Yeah, that's okay. I think
So
there's
we'll
lots of people here who are pet lovers. So tell us what's coming up for you as far as readings and things like that.
Oh, well, on Saturday, I'm on with Indigo Jaguar, and I told you the time, and now I forgot it. Hang on a second. Here's my book. I'm starting to get really good about writing all these things down. So I'm on with her at 3:00 Pacific time. And then on Sunday, I do my regular show with Sherry, Voices from the Swamp, at 1:30 Pacific time. So those are the two live shows that I've got lined up. And I'm working on a whole bunch of fun short videos for Halloween. I'm doing a whole, series of different topics. And I've been having fun learning. I'm so grateful for everybody who helped me get my new computer, even those who just sent me the good energy to receive it. And I'm having so much fun creating new shorts for everybody. And it's they take a while, but they're very satisfying to work on, and they're a lot of fun. So I hope you guys are enjoying those.
That sounds wonderful, and I am enjoying them. And next up for me, I'll be hosting a show on Monday at 3:30 Central. And it's just going to be Terry Suzuki and me. That's the one that it's usually Terry and Jean and I. But Jean's going to be gone, so it'll be Terry and I. And I'm looking forward to that. And then it's off on the hiking trip for a couple of days.
Yay.
Yeah.
What a beautiful time of year to go for a hike.
Yeah. Up in northern Minnesota where it's very forested and beautiful. So
do the leaves change up there? Do you have sugar maples? Or?
Yes, there's maples and every kind of pine tree you could think of, and some other types of trees too. But it's really, really beautiful. So so that'll be fun. And okay, so far I have Joyful Journey, Ellen R. and Jessica Lynn. So if you have questions, feel free to pop them in the chat. But let's get started and see what we can get for our friend Joyful Journey. My cat Grayson went out yesterday and hasn't come back. Will he come back soon? Okay.
It's a nice name for a cat.
Yeah.
Grayson.
Okay, I asked, well, I should have been doing it so you can see, but let's do it again. Is Grayson going to return to Joyful Journey? Yes. Will he return today? I'm getting maybe, sort of, could be. Will he be back by tomorrow? And a strong yes by tomorrow. Okay, so let's see if I can get any other information. Spirit, we're all one mind here, including Grayson. What's the deal with Grayson? Where is he? What's he doing? Oh, he's just exploring. He's got, I'm seeing, does he have kind of golden eyes? I'm seeing him, like he's looking at something up a tree. And now I see him kind of climbing. It's not climbing a tree. It's like climbing the slats of a fence, or it looks like the slats up a deck or something like that. But he's doing that sneaky cat thing. I wonder if he's after a bird or something, but he's kind of feeling like, now I'm seeing him as a tiger out in the wild. He's feeling like he's out in the wild and doing, kind of connecting with his cat self.
Getting his inner cat on.
He is a hunter. Yes. Golden eyes. Yes. Yeah. It's like those eyes. your mandala.
Oh, yeah.
They weren't quite that bright, but I was seeing, the inner color was when he was turning into a tiger. He was turning orange and just, wow. So yeah, he is all caught up in the hunt right now. But okay, Grayson, he's kind of shaking his head. Do you know your way back home? Yes, of course. It's sort of like, yes, of course, you idiot. I'm busy now. So that's the feeling I get from Grayson, that he'll come back fairly soon, but he's like really doing his cat thing. What do you get, Juno?
Well, I pulled my spirit animal oracle deck out because I have a dog deck, but I don't have a cat deck yet. I need to find one that I like. But I pulled card 6, Beaver Spirit, and it says lay a solid foundation. So to me, that's like, I've heard that if you put their litter box outside so that they're drawn back by the smell, like put it by your door or something so that it brings them back into the yard. Or I know you have to be careful with putting food out and stuff, but anything you can do to, just prepare for his return. And I feel the same. I think he's coming back, no problem, but he's having fun. He says before it gets too cold out or whatever, I want to go exploring.
Yeah. Oh, and he's sneaky, she says. And maybe the beaver spirit is like making dam to keep him in.
Yeah, I think I want to look at this up. There's this saying that goes with this card that I really think is so cool. It says, bring twigs and branches of your intentions and desires and spread them across the river of time, and you'll be amazed. Co-create with spirit. So
wonderful.
I just that's one of my favorite messages in that whole deck.
That's great. Well, thank you. That was a nice message to start off with.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see what Eleanor wants to know. Could I have a spirit message about the move I'm thinking about? Okay, let's see what we can get. Okay, when I tuned in, I'm not getting much. I might have to dip back in. What I saw was this bell, and it was like way up high, and it was just kept ringing and ringing. And I thought, so what's this about? And it's like a dinner bell or something. It's time, and it's also the kind of bell that's used at Mass in a Catholic church. And at the time that, when they raise the host and they ring the bells, it's part of the sacrament of whatever, communion. It's been a while. So it's not only time, but it's kind of the holy time. It's the ordained time. It's the time for you. There's energy, there's positive energy, and kind of this raised vibration energy around the idea of you moving. So it's not a big push, but it's a high vibrational idea. So feel free to follow that. It's not like you have to throw everything in a box and do it right now. But there's the fact that I was seeing this way up high, and it has that resonance and that high vibration to it. I think, and the association with ritual and all of that. I think this is a very positive time for you to consider this and take action toward it. Oh, how about you, Juno? What did you get
Very
for
nice, Joan.
Ellen?
Nice reading. I got my Akashic Tarot out and I pulled card 21, Uriel in the Sphinx. Maybe you guys can see that. And it says, Archangel Uriel stands before the Sphinx under a full moon. The Sphinx represents enigmatic and inscrutable things, the silent holder of truth and ancient mysteries of the world. Uriel connects and confers with the great source of mystery. Time for you to do the most important and possibly the most difficult work in your life, the digging and inner discovery that takes you to your deepest self and deepest power. Much as the Sphinx has had to be dug out of the sand. Dig diligently. Uriel means fire of God and is helping you and may send someone to help you. This work leads you to your initiation and your higher power. So that goes right along with what you were saying.
Yeah.
And there might be somebody that shows up, like when I had to move here 3 years ago and didn't know anybody. It was, height of the situation we were all in. And the person who was going to help me drive the truck and load the heavy stuff got that thing, that was going around and couldn't help me. And my other neighbor, who I didn't even know at all, volunteered and did the whole thing for me and wouldn't even accept payment. So somebody may come along to help with this move that's like even at the last minute, right when you need it. So talk to Archangel Uriel ahead of time and, make that connection so that you've got that with you.
This or something better.
Yeah. And there's going to be some
a
mystery involved with the Sphinx there. So just allow for it. Mystery doesn't have to be a bad thing. You could have a wonderful mystery come forward for you.
Oh, and Ellen says she was raised Catholic and understand the reference to the bell. So thank you for that. Okay. Thank you, Juno. Meeting someone who could help would really make a difference. So yeah, even to have that in your consciousness, that is a possibility. She'll connect with Uriel and other archangels.
And I'm telling you, I didn't know how I was going to do it, but I knew Spirit had lined me up to do this, and I trusted. And just stay with it, Ellen. Don't, just keep on talking to him. The more you talk to him, the better it is. Okay. I hope it all works out for you.
I'm sorry I'm taking a while, but I'm going through to make sure I star all the questions. I think I've got them. Okay. That was Ellen. So I'm just going to read down. Jessica Lynn, Hypnicity, Amy, Brenda T, Amanda Carroll, and Tailin P. So that's who I have right now. So next up is Jessica Lynn. I have a message from my angels. Yes, indeed.
Appreciate everybody being here today and anybody who's moderating. And I still am not set up to be able to see the chat, but I appreciate everybody.
I'm not getting a lot. When I tune in to it's like, can you tell me more about that? I'm getting more of the same. I was seeing the angels and they're showing me holding out the harp and strumming on the harp. And it's all about harmony, taking different strands, different aspects of life, of energy, and making them go together somehow. And they're going to help you with this. They're going to help you kind of get all the strands in tune so that when you strum it, they do all go together. I'm not sure what area of your life this is all about, but they're going to assist you in harmonizing something that's a little bit like it just might need to tune, like, when you tune a guitar or something, just a little tweak of the end peg can make all the difference. And all of a sudden it sounds beautiful. So just ask your angels to help you harmonize whatever is seeming a little out of tune in your life right now. And when I, of course, I pulled a card from the angel deck. This is the card I got. It is number 44, Source, Return to Oneness. And that looks like a pretty angelic thing with the light in the middle of the heart. So bringing love to whatever song that you're going to play. Oh yeah, and then when I was also tuning in, I don't get songs a lot, but I was hearing Ebony and Ivory, living in perfect harmony. So they kept emphasizing harmony and getting in tune with that. So I hope that is helpful. How about you, Juno?
That when the whole time you did their reading, the almost right till the end, the ball was lighting up. Just give you feedback.
Oh,
So that's pretty
I gotta
interesting.
get some cat balls. That's
Yeah.
next on the
Now it
list.
just lit up when you said cat balls. Whatever it is, I'm having a lot of fun with it. You know what I mean? Like, who knows what's causing it? But
you know what? I think I'm going to get like a big glass, like a fishbowl or something, and put it on that table and back. So when we're reading, they can light up and
that would be
something
great.
different.
Or a glass vase, or there's all kinds of ways you could do it.
Okay, about your career, wonderful. Thank you for that feedback. That helps, Jessica Lynn.
So I pulled the card 21, the World. Out of this is the Influence of the Angels deck, and this angel is Perpetiel, Perpetiel, angel of success, and helps us follow our hopes and dreams and accomplish our goals. Successful completion of a project or endeavor. Things have all come together and worked out well. Completion, a successful journey, the end of a journey. Fulfillment and wholeness. Thriving, becoming engaged and involved with the world. Reaching a level of expertise and competence through education and training, using what you have learned in the real world situations. You are qualified and willing to help others. And the message from the angel is, as you reach the end, you may now begin. So you don't get to rest. You got to pick it up and start a new cycle, right?
Yeah.
But I think that's what a lovely card. It's just really, I'm not familiar with this angel, Perpetiel.
Yeah, I haven't heard of that one either.
Yeah. I got this giant book of all the angels that I have, how do you study the whole thing and remember them all?
Exactly. Well, thank you very much. And now let's move on to Hypnicity, who's saying, I'd love a message from my guides if possible. Oh, and Juno says, thanks. I appreciate both messages.
Oh, you're welcome.
We wish you the best. Okay. Here we are again, Hypnicity. All right. Okay, when I tune in, I am seeing it's actually like if you took the mandala, that the orange and yellow one, and you cut it in half, I'm seeing that kind of a sun on the horizon. And I kept hearing, it's a new day, it's a new day. And in the new day, when you stand outside, it's sort of like in the sunset that you cast a long shadow. So they're saying there's something new coming, and get on it right away. Don't think about it too much. If you get an idea, just jump in. Don't weigh the pros and cons too much. As long as it's, not going to hurt you physically, financially, or medically, or whatever. But just jump in and see what you can make of it, because it's in those early stages that you can cast a long shadow. And sometimes when you get into something and start working on it right away, you can capture that naive thing that we all had when we were like 21 and we didn't know that we shouldn't be able to do it, and we just did it. And sometimes it went well and sometimes not, but there's some new energy coming, and it wants to bring you back to that energy. So get in it when the sun's just half up, you're casting a long shadow. I think it means that you can put in this much effort and get this much response if you get into this new thing a little bit early. And let's see what the feathers cards say. And while you're doing it, embrace the power of dance and movement to access your highest guidance. And that, of course, is the grouse. So you can be out there in the sunrise and dance, and you can you can cast a long and interesting shadow.
I think the Native Americans make like a headdress or a bustle or something for dance out of grouse feathers, and they're pointed up. I see that movement, that
Yeah.
energy moving kind of thing. Very nice, Joan.
Okay.
For hypnicity, I went back to the Spirit Animal Oracle deck and I pulled card 13, Cat Spirit, Claim Your Independence. So we're on a cat thing here today. It says, allow for space between you and others, and the world mirrors back to you. Be confident. So I'm really looking at situations in my own life, if they're making me uncomfortable or however they're making me feel, that is being mirrored back to me. So, adjusting my behavior and my thoughts, because a lot of it is things that we let too many things upset us. You know what I mean? Like if we just stayed out of the attitude about it, just observed it and didn't make a decision about it or feel one way or the other about it, we manage it a lot better. At least I do anyway.
Yeah.
And I see that with the cat. The cat's just like, hey, I do my thing and mind my own business, and be confident. The cats walk around. Most cats are incredibly confident animals. So, and I just wanted to let you know, I pulled out my angel book because it was sitting right here, and with that angel Perpetuo, it says it's one of the 12 archangels named by New Age angelologists. That's
okay.
So it's a relatively newly named one.
Identified one.
Yeah.
Okay. And Hypnosis says, love that. My cat does too. Wonderful.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Oh, and Lynn Reeves said that her daughter gave her the feathers card for Mother's Day. Oh, I hope you're enjoying it.
Those are nice cards. I have that deck too. I haven't used it.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Hypnosis, for that question. And here's Amy. Amy, may I ask a question? Any message from Spirit for Amy? Okay, it took a while there. I tuned in and just first I saw poppies. I think they were poppies, the red flowers. And then they kind of softened a lot and they were like, and I kept waiting for something to happen, but they were just very soft, like a watercolor painting. I'm wondering if you are a painter or an artist. But it was like, I said, okay, so they're watercolor poppies. What does this mean? And they were showing me the difference between the real poppies that have really distinct edges because they're real things in life, and the watercolor ones are that you have to let go and you can't really control. You can influence the water when you're doing watercolor, but unless you're really, really good, you can't really control it. And that's some of the beauty. So I think they're saying there might be something in your life where you need to step back and let go, still maintain, like there's certain places where on this canvas of life that you're not going to let the red go or whatever, to control it in some extent, but in letting go, not grasping quite so hard, that's what gives the watercolors their beauty. They're, it's like water. They're so free flowing and they're just, I don't have the words for how beautiful they are, but it's that tension between control and flow. And they're encouraging you to let things flow a little bit more, not to such an extent that it gets completely out of control, but just kind of try that concept on and see if there's an area of your life where that might fit. And I'm going to do these cards. And I got a card that said magnetism from the Sacred Earth Oracle deck. And it has a little bit of that feeling where it's just kind of floaty. There's a couple of, they look like birds that are just drawn to each other. And, and maybe you will understand what that means, Amy. But yeah. Oh, Cindy, I hope that makes some sense. And Cindy, I'm starring your question, so we will get to you today too. What did you get for Amy, Juno?
Well, it just occurred to me that there's a difference between staying in the flow and staying in the rapids.
Yeah.
And
Definitely.
if you stay with the flow as that language, I think that's always fairly controlled. You know what I mean? It's not out of control, and it's not being constricted too much. A flow
Exactly.
just right. So nice message, Joan. For Amy, I pulled the 8 of Scrolls from the Akashic Tarot, and it says Paths Unknown. So I'll read to you what it says. Woodland animals surround a woman in a small forest clearing, and there are 3 forks in her path. So you might have 3 things to choose from here. 3 people, 3 opportunities, 3 hobbies, whatever. The middle path is clear and bright. The left is much darker and with more trees and growth. And the right path is dappled by sunlight with a few shadows. You've been traveling on a known path, which shows the way around to an expected outcome. 2 other paths aren't as clear. If you stay only on one known path and seemingly safe path, you will miss unseen opportunities. Don't be so attached to the agenda that you miss them. Investigate unknown paths and make decisions with confidence. You are flexible and brave enough to step into shadows. Stay alert. Extraordinary opportunities abound in least expected of places. How exciting is that?
Wow.
I mean, she's not at the edge of a cliff or anything, She's looking out over the water, and water is the emotion. So got some new fun adventures coming up.
Definitely.
Nice to have 3 choices,
Wonderful. Well, Amy, I hope that those were helpful. Let us know if they are. And now we're going to move on to Brenda T. Let's see. And my daughters are not speaking to each other. Will this situation fix itself? I tuned in and saw 2 things. This, tap, tap, tap. It's going to take time. And then I kind of asked, how much time? And I saw, those illustrations of how stalactites and stalagmites form, where a drop of water for it, that it's going to take a while. It may not be quite that long, but Spirit, can you give us any indication? Yeah, they're showing, I'm back in the cave watching the drop coming down the limestone, and they'll say eventually they'll meet, but they're going to be taking their own time on it. So what's the best thing to do during this time? Just send them both love and peace. Ask your angel to, okay, I'm seeing a triangle. Ask your angel to intercede with both of their angels to help bring them together. And I'm seeing the 3 angels holding their hands and making a triangle up above them and saying, I know that you'll find the perfect way to work this out for the best of all, for all involved in, in perfect timing. And then see if you can let it go and send your deepest love to both of them. And don't get drawn into the drama. What did you get, Juno?
I'm a little puzzled. Maybe you can help me with this card. I pulled the 1 of Roses, and it's commitment. And it talks about a union between 2 people. And maybe this is talking, maybe there's a commitment that was broken, and that's part of their reason that they're having this communication lapse. Yeah. It says business commitment may be forthcoming, a promotion or a new job, opportunity to form a partnership. So, I mean, I think the opportunity is there, but I think there was a trust broken or some kind of commitment that's, so they have to figure out how they can navigate that. And sometimes that kind of stuff takes a while. And if it's something that's an ongoing situation over the commitment, that might have to resolve, you know what I mean, to come to a conclusion before they can get over it and get on with it. But just because it's a little bit of a challenge, I looked at the next card and it's Archangel Michael. So he's there, he's got your back, he's got their back, but he's also saying trust in the divine timing of it. And this is for them to work out. And they've both got free will, and it's always open to them, but it's up to them to manage, is what I feel.
And Brenda's first reaction, I think this was the reaction to the stalactite and stalagmite timing. It's like, and we'll try to do so. So we hope. Good. Oh gosh, staying out of it. That's the hardest thing for any parent.
Staying out of it, and also not sitting at home wringing your hands over it. Also, even if you're not verbally involved, but just keep your boundaries up over it. I know it's hard.
Amanda Carroll, do you think I should apply at Thriftway, a fancy grocery store, needing a job where I can be of joyful service? Oh, the grocery store would be great for that. You can have a wonderful experience and then send them on their way. And if it's
an interesting name,
a negative experience, you can send them on their way fairly quickly. All right, let's see. Joan,
interesting name for a fancy store called Thriftway.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to let's connect with Amanda. Okay. Is it in Amanda Carroll's best interest to apply for the job at Thriftway? If she applies to this job, is she likely to get it? Bigger swing, yes. Is Amanda Carroll going to be able to be of joyful service in this position? Yes. Is this position going to lead to other opportunities? It's sort of maybe. Other employment opportunities? Yes. Sort of yes. Other opportunities to be of service? Yes. I'm not really sure what that means. But the Spirit's really liking that you're going into this with the idea that, I'm going to make money, but I'm going to be helping people. And let's draw a card from this deck. And I got Source again. So this is like a way you're connecting with Source, and the job itself is just a vehicle for your letting Source flow through you and your to the people that you're serving. So that looks like a positive match for you. I wish you the very best. Keep us informed.
Well, you said a positive through the beginning, and then it stopped a little bit, and then right when you said positive, it lit up again. So, all right, Joan. So for Amanda, I pulled from the Spirit Animal Oracle card 58, Stag Spirit. Take the lead. So to me, this is like, if this is something you want to do, grab it by the antlers. And you've got those antlers are like antennae, they're pulling in. If you want to have a job where you're being of joyful service, that is a really excellent choice to do that. And I see that your antlers are well tuned, I would say. And it says, see the best in others. You are a model of transformation and walk your talk. So that walk your talk tells me that would be a good choice for you, because you want to, be able to help people and in a place where it's more positively geared, upbeat. And so go for it, girl.
I can see, like, if you were checking out, that eventually there'd be like a really long line at your cash register, just because people are sort of drawn to the energy, even if they can go do the self-checkout or a shorter line somewhere else. And they don't even realize it. They just want to be there. So
that's how it is at my store. There's one, and she's my favorite. She was the only person I knew for 3 years here when I lived here. And I'd always go, and I would come, I would time it when she was working. I still do, but she's always got the longest line, and she's got the big, loud voice in a good way. Like, she's always laughing and jovial and whatever. And she's always got the longest line.
Yeah, definitely. And they're, retail clerks are also, we used to call it in Catholicism, an opportunity for grace. So just by being there and having a positive vibe, it allows other people to kind of test. They don't have to like make a commitment or everything, but they might be able to say, I hope you have a good day too. Someone who might, or to say, I really appreciate what you're doing here, or just something simple. It can be just a couple words and then they're on their way. But then like, wow, that made them feel good. And it's like a entry level, high vibe kind of drug. So that's cool.
And if you get them
I
on
could
the way
afford to
in the
shop there
store
with a
before
discount. Yay. Good.
Yeah, and if you get them when they're on the way in the store before they've seen how expensive it's all going to be, they're in a better mood. So greet her at the door, right?
Wonderful. Tell us how that goes. We'll put good energy behind it.
Great that you get a discount.
Yeah. And let's see. Taylin P. Yes. Could I please hear from my guides in relationship to a new love relationship? Is it in the works? Oh boy, fun, love. Taylin. Oh, I get the love boat theme right away. All right. Okay.
Sing it, Joan.
Love is in the air. All right. Let's settle down, spirit. Okay. I think that I'm just giggling. I'm okay. Yeah, I'm just getting a really bubbly feeling. Spirit, can you give us anything? I'm seeing a heart made out of white roses. All right. Spirit, is this new love relationship a positive relationship for Taylin? Yes. Is this something that she can trust? Yes. Is this something she can open her heart to? Yes. And let's pull an angel card. So I think they're saying this is the Archangel of Faith, saying lead with confidence. So I feel like, when something is in the beginning stages, you're naturally kind of tentative, but they seem to be saying you can be confident that this, exactly. Lead with confidence. Lead with confidence means don't just like fall for it, but you set that this is a relationship with potential, but you have the ability to lead. Like when you're dancing, you can push them around where you want it to go. And you have this initial ability to sort of shape things and know that your feelings are being reciprocated, but it's also the time for you to kind of mold this into what you'd like, the initial shapes of what you'd like it to be. How about you, Juno? What did you get?
My dog is barking because the truck is here. So if it gets loud, I'll mute for a second.
Okay.
For Taylin from the Akashic Tarot, I pulled card 8, Archangel Raphael. So there's some big energy there. And Archangel Raphael shares his healing and uplifting light and has an important role in bringing Akashic power to you. He carries energies of love, family, miracles, healing, and blessed journeys. The Archangel who most often appears as a human. He opens the door to a time of great achievement. Blessings abound. He is a miracle worker. So I feel this right when I was reading that, I got the feeling that when you meet this person, it's going to be a past life connection person, because it says, he's bringing in the Akashic power to you. So that automatically speaks to me of something from past life. So if you're wanting to attract a relationship and it could involve somebody from a past life, have it be somebody that you don't have heavy karma with. You know what I mean? Program it to be somebody that you're going to, that it's going to be a good experience, because there's a lot of past life things we can relive, and some were better than others. So just kind of think about that and work with the Archangel Raphael. And maybe this is somebody you'll meet through healing arts, or, some kind of a healing situation, or I don't know. But I think that's pretty powerful to have an archangel come through for you when you're asking about a love relationship.
And if it's past life stuff, and Archangel Raphael can help you heal whatever needs to be healed there. Yeah, this sounds like the one. Please report back and let us know how things go.
And the
You don't
card
have to
8,
be
that's
real
the
specific.
infinity symbol too. So that
Woohoo!
goes well for a long-term situation, we hope.
Wonderful. Thank you for the opportunity to read that. And okay, got that. And now Cindy and Encinitas. All right. And wondering if you can help me connect with my son. I don't know where he is. This is the son on the other side, right? And I asked for his name and I didn't. Oh, let's see if I. Cindy, are you still there? Do we have your son's first name?
Are you sure he's
Isaiah. There we go. Got it. And I was, Cindy sent me a note earlier. Oh, no, he is alive. Okay, great.
Okay.
Sorry. Thank you for clarifying that. I get a little scattered. Okay, let's see. Okay, Isaiah, where are you?
Switch decks.
Okay, I'm not getting anything real clear. When I tune in, I see him kind of like not out in the desert, but in a dry, arid place, and he's just kind of on the ground, talking to some friends with his, kind of leaning back on one, propped up on one arm. And I asked, "Is he alive?" Yes. Is he physically okay? Yes. Is there a reasonable explanation for why he hasn't been in touch? And I'm going through my pendulum and it's saying yes. So it's something like, oh, I lost my phone, or I lost the charger, or, okay. Is Isaiah safe? Is he physically okay? Is there a reasonable explanation for him not being in touch? I'm hearing, well, it depends upon what you mean by reasonable. Is he, does he understand that his mom is worried about him? No. Is he so involved in whatever he's doing that he doesn't realize that she is worried? Right. Okay. So let's focus on you, Cindy. He's all right. Let's ask one more time here. Will he be getting in touch? Yes. And I'm already like hearing and saying, "Oh, you were worried?" Just like no idea. It's kind of what he's putting you through. Will he be in touch yet this week? Within 10 days, yes. Today's what? Today's
20th.
Wednesday, the 20th. Will he be in touch before next Wednesday, the 27th? Yes. How about by Sunday? Maybe by Sunday. It's looking like yes. Will he be in touch by Friday? I think so. All right. Is there anything else? Okay. He might be with someone like a new friend or a new group of friends, and he's kind of just on this adventure, or very involved, and the practical side of his brain sort of has been left behind because he's so involved with whatever he's doing. Angel cards, this is serious. Tell me what we need to know about Isaiah. I get trust the process. The archangel of patience. Oh God, there's one that every parent. Oh dear. The practical side is tiny. I understand this so much. You just don't know. And then what was the one? The one that jumped out and I had to go pick up off the floor. It's this little angel down, and look, that looked like the kind of deserty area that I was looking at. And the angel's looking up in the sky at this planet, and it says, perspective, zoom out and relax. So I think that that's a message that he's going to be okay. And I can only imagine, the things that a mom imagines in times like this are terrifying. But the very, very best thing, I think he's in Mexico. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah. The very best thing you can do is zoom out and relax and just send love. And let's all send some love to Isaiah, especially those of us who have sons who are not the most practical. And thank you, God, for sending angels of protection to Isaiah and helping him get in touch with his mom as soon as possible and kind of waking up that practical side of his brain. Oh, yeah. It's going to be something like, yeah, and I'd have the international calling plan on my phone. So, that kind of thing. And they'll have no idea how much they put you through. But anyhow, I'm getting the idea that it's going to be okay. So hang in there, my dear. Excuse me for blathering on so long, Juno. What do you get?
No, excellent. Good messages. For Cindy, I pulled from the Spirit Animal Oracle card 8. Here we have the 8 again. And it's Bobcat Spirit. Life is a mystery. So, it is a mystery what's going on because you're not sure where he is and how things are going. And it says, look between the lines, and it helps you to know intimately the pulse of the divine in the world. Listen to your heart and intuition. And it also says trust. And that's the card that you got, said trust. So I just heard this is a trust building and a spirit building exercise for both of you. And that it's about, those of us in our community, like you and I, the ones that are on YouTube, we're actively working to connect with spirit a lot. Like this is how we live our lives. And I encourage everybody who's watching, you don't have to be one of us to have that profound of a connection with spirit to help you to connect with other loved ones and other, across the spectrum. So, and then also that Bobcat gives me that Mexico look. It kind of looks like one of those, you know what I mean? The ancient drawings that they would do. So I think it's all okay. I really do. It's just that it's making you both stronger.
When you were saying that this is a lesson or an exercise, I saw like an old-fashioned cartoon of like the weightlifter when it's a cartoon and he's got the 1,000 pounds on either side and you're lifting it over your head. So this is or the AP classes in advanced placement classes in life. This is one of those hard exercises, but you're doing a good job. Hang in there, Cindy.
Yeah. I saw your face when I said that. It was like, oh, I wonder what I said, because it's like your whole face changed when I said that. And I think it's true for all of us. It's not just you, Cindy. We're all in our own ways. We're going through these. We're being put through the paces of really walking our talk and trusting our gut and live in this truth and sharing this kind of way of living with others, to self-empowerment. So we're all in this together. You'll be okay.
Definitely. Okay. Thank you, Cindy. All right. We're taking these in order. And next we have Jess Ree, an energy reading. Please and thank you for Jess. Just when I read energy, it usually comes through physically as energy in my chakras. And what I got for you is just a lot of heart energy. There's a lovely, lovely, bubbling heart chakra energy that you are radiating out to the world. And then my throat chakra lit up too. So it's your essence is love, and you are expressing that energetically. And I think they are encouraging you to put your voice to it a little bit too. If there's in places or ways that you can bring the love that you're expressing energetically and speak that truth too, that would be really great. And the card I get for you is the Falcon. Use your keen perception and skill in making decisions and don't delay. That doesn't really go with that reading unless I have to think about this. The Falcon. They're bringing me to experience I had. It was a literal mountaintop experience where I was meditating on, it was like an Indian medicine wheel up on this mountain in Wyoming. And I was able to be there by myself for like 15 minutes while the family went somewhere else. And meditating. And then on the way back, I was on this ridge line between two peaks. And I looked up and there was a falcon, and it was like over, quite a ways to my left. But the mountain just dropped off. And so when I looked over, we were eye to eye, even though we were, 75 feet apart. And it was the scary, it was like he was looking through my soul. It was a peregrine. And he looked at me, and then I just kind of stopped dead in my tracks. And he started going up and up, spiraling up, higher until he just kind of disappeared into the heavens. And it was a very profound moment. So I'm kind of thinking that that's what they were saying, that when your love energy, when you put words to it or bring it out into the world, it spirals, out into everyone, but it lifts everybody up, kind of like the peregrine spiraled all the way up from starting at the mountaintops and taking it even further up. There's some kind of connection there for you. Spirit, can you help me make that a little bit more clear? Okay, what I heard was when you express your love, it raises everyone's vibrations and does what we're supposed to be doing here, bringing heaven to earth or earth to heaven, either way. That was kind of fun. Thank you for that opportunity, Jess.
That must have been something to see that bird. Dude, that's just amazing. And just fascinating to watch them without even flapping their wings. They just go up,
Yeah.
In a spiral. It's amazing.
And I love raptors too.
Yeah. So I pulled out my Wisdom from the Dragon Realms deck. It's a Dragon Tarot deck. And I have the Ace of Cups, which goes along with what you were saying, cups being the, about love. And it says, amidst the roiling waters of the unconscious mind, a golden cup fit for a dragon queen hatches forth. The winged presence of the cosmic water dragon floats above, inspiring the vessel with the draconic passion and wisdom of her vaporous breath. The Ace of Cups signifies beginnings of the most rapturous kind. You are embarking on a passionate new adventure. Divine or mundane, love pours down upon you in all its manifestations. Be open to it. Welcome beauty. Even in dark times, it is there for those willing to see it. Let go of insecurities, trust your intuition, and surrender to joy. From small beginnings, marvelous things grow. The heart needs but a drop of emotion, true and honest, to roil into a blissful cataract. Your cup overflows. Be generous and share your abundance with the world. So that's a very
Beautiful.
love-filled message.
Yeah,
Beautiful
there is a lot of love there.
dragon.
And just said, sounds like me. I wear my heart on my sleeve.
Yeah.
And sounds beautiful. So thank you, Jess. I hope that all works out.
And that's this picture, look how balanced it is. You know, the Ace of Cups isn't always so balanced. Everything is symmetrical almost. It's something else to look at. So if you're not already feeling balanced, you will be, you know, and maybe something to work on if you need to.
Okay. Oh, man. We are at an hour, but we have Jane and then Swarev Barman.
Sure. No
Do you have
problem.
time? Okay.
Oh, yeah. Oh, of course.
So, Jane Lemire, can you tell me when someone can channel my brother Phil, who died by suicide this morning due to melanoma? Oh, my dear, I am so sorry. A family of owls hooted around his house last night.
Yeah.
I am so sorry. I've been through this with a sibling, and it's devastating. I don't know if I'm going to be able to this close.
I think it's too soon, too.
It might be. Let's just see if there's any kind of message in their brother Phil. Okay. I'll tell you what I'm getting. I'm not, this is really early, but what my third eye is opening up, and I'm getting Phil saying, I didn't want to put myself or anyone else through the journey that was ahead. I'm sorry for the distress that it's causing. And he didn't quite understand the depth of the distress that it's causing other people. He was focused on the distress that he would face by not doing it, and perhaps overvaluing the difficulties it would cause other people in his life to go through to walk that path that was set out before him. He wanted to take control and avoid the trauma that he knew was ahead for him, and felt that it would, he actually felt that it would be better for everyone involved. Did he have a horse? I keep seeing this horse's face. It's a lighter brown horse with a dark mane and dark, I don't know what the horse is doing there. Okay, Phil, I know you're right over there. Mary, come help Phil, please. Okay. my sister, who died by suicide, is there, and she said, he's fine. He's going to the pink building. We're taking him to the pink building. And that's where they take new souls to kind of heal, because his soul needed, when people have, physical ailments like cancer that need some attention, and also in something this abrupt, there needs to be some healing that goes on with their soul there before they're fully able to really engage. But he wanted to send love and let you and the family know that he felt that he was doing this for the highest good of all, and apologizes if it, and Jane said, I have a late, I wonder if that was Oliver who was there. That's why I was seeing a horse. Okay, good. Oh, I'm getting chills. Oh God, I'm so sorry that you're going through this. And that he was suffering so. You're going to make it. It's not an easy path, but you're going to do just fine. How about you, Juno? What did you get?
It's okay, Joan.
Yeah.
I wish I could hug you.
Yeah. Well, it's not me. It's
I
Jane and her family.
I lost somebody this week too, a couple nights ago. Elderly person. It with different circumstances, but the loss is still a loss. So
yeah.
I feel you. For Jane, for your brother, I pulled from the influence of the angels. I pulled the King of Cups. So I look at this two ways, well, this person depicted here is Erasmus of Rotterdam. He was a brilliant writer and scholar during unsettling times of the Protestant Reformation. He sought to reform the church, and he laid a foundation for religious tolerance. When I hear religious tolerance, I think of this kind of passing is always the hardest. You know what I mean? It's all hard, but it's one of the hardest ones. So that idea of tolerance coming through, that to understand that, he did what his soul felt he had to do. And it's really hard. I've been close to this kind of situation too. So I feel it. And this man, he was a prolific writer. He wanted his books to be affordable, and he wrote In Praise of Folly. So this is somebody who's emotionally mature and secure. I wonder if this is somebody on their other side. Maybe, I don't mean this actual Erasmus of Rotterdam, but somebody who had this kind of a role in his life, or that's looking out for him, that's met him on the other side. And the message from the angel is, may your understanding of human nature set an example of wisdom and tolerance. So it's like, as we all go through, used to be when somebody went through that circumstance, nobody talked about it. It was verboten to discuss it, which kept people from being able to cope with it when it happened close to them. So I just feel like this is somehow, his passing was not in vain, and he's not alone. The King of Cups, that's like, the most loving of the male cards, right? The King of Cups, because that's the suit of the emotions. So he's in good hands. He's going to be okay. And I see this setting makes me think of, he's not out riding horses or, doing something active. He's in a quiet room with books. So he's in a place where he's going to be learning and healing for a little while, and, pulling in knowledge from around him, whether it be through, however they get knowledge on the other side, but there's people there with them and helping him. So.
And Jane says he had two cousins who are on the other side who are priests, so they may be the wise people who are with them. That's beautiful.
And they're involved with the church. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Interesting.
And if you ever get a chance, I wish I could remember exactly which ones they were, but if you go to who is the woman who does Abraham Hicks?
Yeah.
Esther Hicks's channel. She has some short videos about suicide, and in channeling Abraham, she's saying, people can believe what they want, but this whole belief that this form of leaving is somehow tainted. It's hard, and because it's just so unexpected, and it's we're not as used to it, I guess. Traumatic, yes. But she makes an argument, or Abraham through her makes an argument, that all leavings are suicide, because our higher self decides, okay, there's all these exit points, I'm going to take this one. So no matter how it happens, it all boils down to our higher self deciding, this is an off ramp, and I'm going on this off ramp. So as hard as it is, and I personally know how hard this is, don't let that kind of societal judgment on the decision he made make you feel like this is somehow shameful or bad or something like that. Yeah. And just know that there's lots of love surrounding you. And we wish you we wish you healing on this journey, my dear. And thank you for being here today and being brave enough to ask that question.
Send big hugs to you.
Yeah.
Anyone who's lost somebody.
Yeah. Now, on a hopefully a happier note, I hope I'm saying your name right, Swarav Barman. Who will I get married to Bhakti? Let's find out. For entertainment purposes only. I make no guarantees.
Everybody's got free will.
Yes. I see a woman all dressed up in traditional Indian clothing and doing some type of dance where she's kind of going like this, drawing you close, and then she comes close and then she backs away a little bit. So there's a little bit of a dance between you right now of maybe yes, I will, no, we won't, or whatever. So will Swarav be married to Bhakti? Is she going to accept his proposal if he proposes? Will he be married by the end of the year? Maybe not by the end of the year. Will they be engaged by the end of the year? Maybe. Will they be engaged in 2024? I'm seeing more next year you may be engaged. Will they be married in 2024? I think you're going to be married in 2024. Will this be a blissful, successful union? Will this be a happy marriage? Yes. And I'm hearing it will, it's a journey like all marriages are. Expectations may be one thing, but it started off with this dance of coming close and going further away. And it's like the tide going in and out. The sea is always there, the beach is always there, but the things, that's the way of life. There's highs and lows, there are ebbs and flows. And as long as you know that going in, you'll be able to do that, continue to do the dance, but to know that, she's the ocean, you're the shore, or vice versa, and you'll always be connected. And that's the message they wanted to leave you with, to have the expectation of the tides moving, but always knowing that you're going to be there for each other. Ooh, that sounds lovely. What did you get, Juno?
I went to the Akashic Tarot again, and I pulled card 13, the Buddha Prepares. So that's kind of an interesting card. And it says, the Buddha sits meditating, a time of inner preparation before action, a time of waiting. Things may be at a standstill. You take the time required to prepare and truly step into your power. Don't be in a hurry. The time to act is coming, and when it arrives, your strength will be absolute. So, just like Joan said, it's not going to happen tomorrow, and be patient. And the Buddha, he's supreme serene, right? He sits and waits, and you'll know when the time is right.
My eyes are bad. What are the white figures in the background?
There are other people.
Oh, other meditating. Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. And this is something like, maybe really meditate on it and make sure that this is also something that you want to do. I think that's always a good choice for anybody. I'm not saying that specifically just for these people, and that's asking the question, but because it's a big commitment to make. So
Yeah.
we wish you well with your journey.
Yes. All the best to you and to everybody who came today. And hey, Starfish, thank you very much. We had so much fun doing this. It was just, I really, really appreciate it. And Juno, thank you very, very much. Tell us again where you're going to be next.
On Saturday, I'm on with Indigo Jaguar. And then on Sunday, I'm on with Sherry, Voices from the Swamp, both in the mid to late afternoon Pacific time. And please check out my shorts, and my GoFundMe is still going. I'm still teetering on the edge of losing my car. So if anybody is in a position that wants to help, I'd appreciate it. And anyone, you get a free Destiny card reading. I have to do them in batches because it's an old computer and I have to wait till I acquire a number to do, it's one, I'm still working with the technology, but they're coming. But if anybody has not received one yet or has not notified me that they donated, just send me an email at junosees@gmail.com and we'll get it taken care of within the next week or so. And just appreciate everybody. And I'm doing a whole bunch of new stuff for Halloween for the month of October. And I think you and I are already scheduled to get together in the middle of October. I think we talked about. So I'm looking forward to that. And I would just love being with you, Joan. I appreciate you so much. And thank you for continuing to invite me on your channel.
Thank you. And thanks everyone for coming. And we will see you next time. Take care now.
Love you guys. Bye.